I'm painting a piece of art that I've been wanting to kind of just switch up. I created this like mixed media kind of textile art, well, using just stuff I had around the house a couple of years back. I imagine just like a solid color all over, but I'm just gonna keep painting until like it kind of comes to me, I guess. This is going in the living room. I think I will keep the frame gold because I actually don't mind it now. At first, when I was painting in like the dark, it looked kind of cheesy, but now that I've painted the frame or the border around and just allowed it to just be a flush color all over. This is the other texture art that I did, and what I kind of envisioned for the original product was like a yin and yang situation. I did white on this one, and then as you saw previously, this one was black with a little bit of like white. But now I just want them both to be the same. But still they'll be different because they have different pieces of fabric that have been spackled on there. But yeah, I just switch up your art, you know. This is another DIY that I made some time back, probably like 3 years ago, 2 years ago, and it's literally just fabric pieces that I had collected. Actually, behind this piece is a bunch of denim pieces because that was like the second rendition of it, and then I've kind of just customized it as my tastes have changed. So now we're looking at just kind of like a monochrome or more neutral palette with the blacks and the plaids. But yeah, I'm thinking I might try to customize this like a third time and actually try to stitch it on, because what I did was just kind of use spray adhesive to glue it on, and yeah, it's giving now because it's been like 2 years. So usually you see patchwork tapestries and things like that sewn together, and since I have no sewing skill, like zero, I just thought that spray adhesive would suffice. But now I'm thinking it might not be that terrible of a DIY to just kind of sew. And I was also thinking I might want to do like a contrast stitch and sew it with like a red, something that pop, or maybe tie back into that. So who knows? I'm trying to avoid this wall here because this is the bane of my existence. We have a feature wall in our living room, which is something that I am truly against. So I really just want all four walls to be the same color, same tone. Excuse the mess, or not, it doesn't matter. This is life. But this feature wall bothers me very much, and I am planning to get this color matched accurately and paint this wall. It's the only wall in here. Like, what? Why did y'all do this? But this gotta go. This is actually the same color as the kitchen, and I love the kitchen because it's like all the four walls are this color, but in here it's really pointless. It doesn't make sense because the beige continues in the hallway, the little hallway we have here. So it's just this one wall that's like, hey girl, like, what you doing? Well, we were talking about this. So this is gonna be our project again today. And I'm having fun with it. I just like switching things up a little bit, so yeah. Okay, I just literally walked in the house. I want to hurry up and unbox this piece of artwork, or this grouping of artwork that I purchased on shopgoodwill.com. And I've been waiting forever for this package to come. They kept delaying it back to back to back to back. And so it's finally here, and I want to see it in person. I'm going to show you my reaction, I guess, to this piece of art that I can not for sure guarantee is any good. This table is so dirty, so if you see any food or anything crazy, then just please pretend you did not. Mind your business. This is like the bundle that they were selling, and I bought it because this is the piece I'm really interested in. This one, let me just open it. Stop playing with y'all. I need a knife. She's pretty. Okay, so it's this original. Is this original? Yeah. This original artwork on, I guess, like a canvas material. It's on the back. I always wonder, like, how does art like this end up at these Goodwills? This one comes from the Goodwill of the Olympic and Rainer region. So I'm not sure exactly where that's at, but I'm just wondering, like, how do they, who thought to donate this? And like, why would you do that? This is beautiful. And I did look up this artist online, and yeah, they have quite a lot of works that popped up. So I'm happy to have this. So the next piece of art is this one. I could get this attached to a canvas and framed if I want. But this is what we got going on here. Henry Humphrey, September 23rd, 1985. Something about canvas. Great canvas? Why does that look like great canvas? And Rhonda Humphrey? I don't know, but it's really beautiful. So that's another one. And I'm not sure if I'll keep all of these because, oh, wait a minute. I don't even remember this one being part of the grouping. This is gorgeous. And it's a lot moodier than I thought. Yeah, it is. It definitely was part of the grouping. I do remember seeing this now, but it looks a lot moodier. I was sure I wasn't going to keep this, but this is beautiful. Let's look at the dates. November 15th, 1984. But we have Morgan Miller, June and Morgan. Thank you guys, because this is fantastic and I'm happy to own this piece of art. Gorgeous. And so then the piece de resistance, I sound insane saying that, is this moody B word. Oh my God. It's just a glass of milk. I just love these still lifes because it's just like super random, ordinary things, but they're done so beautifully. Like, they are making it look like it's this dramatic, drinking a glass of milk and eating an apple with some grapes. I love this so much. Love this so much. So this is the artist. Sorelli? I'm not sure. But this baby is gorgeous, and I definitely want to hang her in the kitchen where all of my other still lifes and food related artworks exist. Okay, I need to show you two pieces of art that just came in. I did a a bit of damage on shopgoodwill.com, which is also why I am going on a no spend month, because I have no self control when I get on these like bidding type apps. I just I have to win. But granted, everything that I have coming in, I really, really wanted. And you'll see in a second why. Okay. I don't know if this can be enough space. The piece of art is, I think, really big. The box is big, so let's see if we can use this space to uh, share what we have here. Okay, I got two really big pieces. Um, so one of them may potentially replace the large piece of artwork that I have over my bed in the bedroom, and I think it's really special. But I also don't want to kind of just switch up on the whole design plan for the room. But this one, I don't know. It may be perfect for it. I'm gonna open this one first, and this is the one that um that I think is going to potentially go over the bed in place of the beautiful watercolor that I've already shown you. I don't know. You tell me what you think. I just feel like the colors in this piece really just um, go so good with the bedroom, even though like I don't really care about things being matchy matchy. I just feel like the artwork itself just feels like a bedroom vibe. Oh my gosh, this is okay. Now I must warn you that this is old, and I think that it needs a new mat. But oh, it's upside down. Look how amazing that is. Can we zoom in? Well, the zoom sucks, but look at her. She's just like, she's laying there, probably tired from mothering all day. She's just, I don't know, just got out of the shower and just needs to decompress. I have no idea what her story is, but the colors, I have to take this picture out of this mat. I have to clean the frame up. As you can see, I don't mind the silver, like chrome, rounded frame. I think that's kind of cool, but the mat is incredibly damaged and dirty, and it just needs a little freshening up. So luckily it's one of these kind of frames, and that should be pretty easy to take out and put back together. I believe it's like different color charcoals on paper. But yeah, let's open it up and see if we can clean her up. So I just have a flathead screwdriver. I'm going to loosen up each corner. Okay, these are the screws. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to have to try and remove this very carefully. Oh my god. Okay. So what I'm thinking is, I think I want to remove this picture and the black border from the mat. And honestly, I'm thinking of just spray painting the mat with a flat black, doing a black mat. Um, because
The mat feels like it is mostly intact, but just very okay now. But I guess I can show you an up close, and it is an original. So besides the visible the visible stains, there's like a lot of bubbling. So if I were to spray paint this, you still see all of this like curvature in the mat, and I'm just not into that. But look at that. I just love the detail. The piece itself is really, really good condition, and it appears to be like undamaged from whatever happened here. So, um, yeah, I love this. I love her. Okay, now that that is over and we have a course of action, let's open this other piece of art that I think I might have subconsciously saved the best for last. Oh my god. I am not ready. I'm not ready. Oh, it smells old. Okay. Can you see this? This is considered, it was, I guess, described as a vintage painting, oil painting on wood, signed by Farrington, and it is a woman in repose, kind of just like in thought, and they are considering this artwork expressionism, which yeah, I guess. But I love the color palette that has been used to um, paint this piece of art, and there are like subtle hints of like lilacs and purples, but the overall makeup of the art feels very neutral. Love the rust tones, loved her brown skin. Um, I feel like I'm very attracted to artwork that shows someone just tired or thinking or just um, over it. I don't know, but let's see. It is has been kind of affixed to a structure like a frame, but it's ready to hang. The color of the frame itself, I don't know how I feel about it, but I honestly probably wouldn't even try to change it. It just looks perfect to me. Really good size for just a single piece um, on a wall. Okay. I don't know if you can hear me or see me, but I want to try to hang this art here. I don't know. I just feel like this piece of art of a woman sitting in a chair next to all of the places to sit in the living room makes sense. I don't know. Let's try it out. So I just have this piece hanging up right now, which is another um, Goodwill piece, and it's a scene at a circus. So I don't know if you can see that. I moved this plant from the floor and elevated it on this marble and cast iron bistro table because it was just getting way too big. And it probably looks really ridiculous over here, but I don't know. I kind of like the drama, but for the most part, I just needed it off the floor so that it wasn't in the way. Now I'm wondering if I need to put something where it used to reside, right here. But this is where it used to live. It was actually in this bigger or like wider crock, and I put it in the skinnier one here. So I like it here, but now I kind of want to move some more things. So this is probably about to become like a snowball effect. So, I don't know. Okay, so I have this lamp that was in this corner right here. Kind of want to move it to the other side of the couch and then move what we have over here, which is the table lamp right there, to that side. But then I'm wondering, is that going to be too much going on right here? Let's just see. I'm rearranging, and this is just what it ends up looking like. I really need to sweep back here. Cute little lamp. And bring it over here. Move this here. And then move her here. Turn her around so we can't see the Goodwill tag still on there. Okay. Okay, maybe we're getting somewhere. And then this lamp over here. I like a lot of light layered, as you can see. This just made more sense over here in this corner because I just like how it's less space over here for anything anyway. So when this lamp was over there in that corner, it just felt like there was too much space back there. This looks stupid. Something like that. How are these lamps supposed to go? Like, is it supposed to do something like that? Let's see how that looks. Stupid. Okay. Let's vacuum. Okay. So I don't really mind what's going on here. This always looks lopsided to me. Okay. I just feel like I'm just constantly rearranging this room. I feel like I have a very weird relationship with this entire room. Okay. I don't know. Let me see. Where do I have to stand? Oh my God. So this room is so long that I had to eventually land on the layout as it is now, which is the kind of seating area back here. And so this is kind of like the loungy area back here, right? Conversation, drinks, all the nine. And then the section on this end of the room would be our dining section. So I believe the previous renters had this room used as like a den. And I guess this is still kind of den vibes. It's just we don't have a TV in here, which I don't think we will. Yeah, I just really needed to break it up. So I've broken it up using rugs and just corralling the furniture to act as like literal separation of spaces. Dining table over there with a rug underneath, and then seating area back here with a rug underneath. And I think that works really well. I think that as I'm playing around with the elevation of things, raising things up, hanging art up on the walls high, just bringing things like your eye up more instead of all of the furniture being on the same plane. I think that's making this space feel more intentional or like it just goes together. I still have sadly quite a few plans I want for this space, but the big body of work is like done. I don't hate this big ass plant right here. I don't mind it. Like, listen, I feel like sometimes you need a little bit of drama. Um, and this is not bothering me. I'm so sorry if it's bothering you, but I'm loving this, and it's you know probably going to get even more light anyway by this window. If you remember, we moved this piece of art from the living room, and I ended up bringing it in here, which is funny because oh boy, hi. Do you like the plant right here? No. No. Okay, I'll be there in a minute. Okay.
So I was saying earlier that this piece of art was in the living room. And if you remember, we moved that out and brought in the beautiful original oil painting of the woman sitting in the chair. And so this one had to go somewhere else. And funnily enough, it found its way back in here. It used to live in here just like that, all by itself. And now it's back in here, which I think is for the best because I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot going on in this room. And I was trying to have this like wrap around gallery wall of a bunch of landscapes that I wanted it to be this whole thing right here on this wall and just wrapping around to this wall. But I think now that I took it down and we're just looking at just the one interesting art piece here, and this wall is empty until you reach this end of the room. So right now I have this piece of art, which is like it's a painting of I believe the outside of like a building. And so I like the terracotta tones in it with the terracotta pots and the shadows that are playing here. And it's kind of just living in between the two sconces that I thrifted a long time ago, a while back. And this is just the broom. And I like this here for now, but I honestly think it's gonna be moving soon because I have another piece that's gonna be much better right here. And then right here on this sliver of the wall is, I think I want to end up putting a wall sconce. So eventually that would move. But in my head, I always had the idea of like a black modern wall sconce. And that's just gonna kind of modernize this whole area back here and pull in some more black because there's just not enough black going on in here. And just like I just imagine a really like cool modern black wall sconce plug in, of course no hard wire here.
This is our hallway. I'm really trying hard not to seem so unenthusiastic, but I have a cold, and it's really just bringing me down to like. But I really want to show you guys. Um, you guys, I really want to show what I've been working on. So last night, um, I just got the bug to like try to redecorate. I think it was mainly because of this piece of art that you probably are seeing the side of, and it just came yesterday. And I don't know why I thought that this bright, punchy piece of art was going to go in the kitchen where we have a gallery wall of all of our like moodier still lifes. Um, but regardless, I wanted it to go somewhere. Once we realized that it just didn't go with the kitchen vibes, um, I found a place for it here on this wall in our hallway. As you can see, the hallway, my idea for it is a floor to ceiling photographs and artworks. I've been adding to this for many, many months. Actually, I had the idea a while ago. I looked at a bunch of inspiration on Pinterest and eventually landed on these specifications for our house. And this is where we landed. So, okay. So, this piece and this piece we had here already. And I moved this photograph of an eclipse down here to just finish out this entire back wall. It actually used to be on this wall. And I took this photograph that I had printed. It's just an iPhone shot, but it's of my nephew's hands, who is now 10 years old, but at the time he was, I believe, 1 or 2. So I put that above the sketch of the hand itself, just to kind of tie it back. And then this piece up here, I'll show a close up, but above the door is a really cool piece of art that I found. And it depicts two brothers praying. I think that's literally what it was identified as, or what the description said. And so I'm just hoping to add on to everything that's already playing out here. This piece is standing on its own, and it looks really great by itself on this wall. But my whole idea for this hallway was floor to ceiling artworks, like just pack it in. It's a very tiny hallway. As you can see, it begins here, but I do want to keep this wall empty because it's right in the eye line of the living room, and it's kind of like an extension of the living room. And seeing, I did have 3 pieces of art here, and it just looked too busy for its connection to the living room. This is where we landed at. um and I'm liking the direction it's going. It's just, I have a couple of ideas of a few more pieces I want to add. I mean, obviously, I want to still fill this entire wall. As we get closer down to like the lower parts of the wall, I am trying to make sure that I use either secondhand pieces of art that didn't cost much, or specifically artworks that have a plexiglass, because just being realistic, I have kids and this is not very practical, but I'm stubborn and I like what I like and I wanted to try it out anyway. So what's working for me is plexiglass picture frames, no real glass, and oh, the putty. I don't know if I have any, but I have blue putty, like picture putty. I don't even know what it's called, but I think it's called like picture putty. And I just put it in like behind the corners of some of the photographs that are lower so it doesn't move. Um, but anyway, today we're just going to keep kind of playing around with things. I pulled this piece of art from my stash, and it's a print from Juniper Print Shop that I got a while back. And it is actually part of a pair. They're called Moth 1 and Moth 2. I can't remember which one this is, but I want to add it to the wall here because I think that the colors speak to the photograph that's above it. And I just want to bring more color in here. I don't want this piece to be like the only thing with color in this entire hallway, which could still be cool, but um, that's not what we want. So let's move you around so we can see. So this is just an existing nail that was here when I had a different piece of art, and I'm gonna bring it down just a little bit. One thing about me is that I cannot hang pictures to save my life. I know there are a bunch of tips and tricks and things on the internet, but they don't work for me in my viewpoint. So, what I just choose to do is hammer blindly and create a bunch of holes in the wall until I get it right. And that's what works for me. Honestly, this is probably the least offensive thing I'm doing to this home because how easy nail holes are to fix. Behind every picture that we have hung in this house is just a line of nail holes that I misinterpreted. So believe me, I'm going to have a lot to fill in when it's time to leave. But if you want to come hang pictures for me, then be my guest. Otherwise, this is what I'll be doing. That's much better. Actually, don't mind how it hangs off the wall a little bit. You see how it has that little gap? Maybe it is a bit much. I don't know. But this is where we're at with the wall and the gallery and the floor to ceiling whole experience in the hallway.
Was this fun? Would you like to try it yourself? If you like this video, give it a thumbs up.
So I went to the Restore, the Habitat for Humanity Restore yesterday. And just as I was getting ready to leave, I found 6 individual vintage drawer pulls. And this is by the brand Amarok. But they are a burnished brass little drawer pull that is kind of like a little bow or ribbon style. Not a bow, but a ribbon style. And I already have drawer pulls on the dresser that I intend to put this on and here in our living room. We have a vintage dresser here that I've been using as our TV stand for several years now. And I did order some drawer pulls off of eBay a while back, also secondhand, but I just always felt like the scale of them were a little too small for the dresser. So when I saw these for $1 a piece, obviously I got them. So we're gonna put these on. I already put one on and I really like how it looks, just how bigger in comparison to the ones that I have on here already. Now, I beg you not to be too alarmed. This is our vintage dresser, and it is a Bassett furniture from like a 1960s collection. But I did paint it. And for one, originally it didn't paint it well, so I'm in the process of repainting it with like better finish paint and like a more off black. But you can see this is the finish that I painted it a few years back, just the regular chalk paint, and this is the finish of like the more off black that I'm repainting it now in a satin finish. But honestly, I do kind of regret painting this, but the fact that it's living here in our living room, I need this piece to be black. I considered stripping it and just letting it be the original color, which I'll plug in a picture, but for the time being, for now, I think it's best that it stays black. And since it's just paint, it can be stripped, it can be removed eventually with a little bit of hard work, which I'm willing to do to get it back to its original finish. And to my defense, I did try to leave like a peek of the original detail, which is this little laminate piece showing through. I tried to leave that. I didn't want to paint that, but so if this is not something you agree with, I am sorry, but I do plan on in another home refinishing this to be back to its original glory. But anyway, that's not what I came here to discuss. I came here to discuss the drawer pulls that we are going to put on here. I just like how they are a little bit thicker than the ones that I did have on here. And as you can see, the style is not very different. I did want this kind of, I don't know, ribbon style or bow style. And when I saw these, I felt like this was more in line of what I was originally looking for anyway. It just happens to be the exact size I'm looking for, 3 inches center to center for the whole, for the holes to line up. And yeah, it's just a little bit thicker, so it just looks better in scale. And once again, I am so sorry to show this hack job of a paint job, but I promise I will try to do my best to do this thing justice and repaint it in a better finish. And eventually down the line, we will strip this to be the original wood that it was. It's going to be fine.
With the media compelled to rush over there for fear that it's going to put me out of business. The enemy of the mid-list novel, the destroyer of symbolic.
I can't figure it out.
Wouldn't it be wonderful if I could pass all my zingers to you, and then I would never be...
I do not need any happy Thanksgiving back.
No.
Who?
Orange, you're going to give us a break by zipping this critter? There you go. I'm a brilliant businessman.
When I seen another pop, where you went? Oh, yo. Mad at me. But she came back.
Yeah, we did it! The red car did it. Spider-Man.
I'm going to show you some table legs that I ordered that were just delivered. I have been stalking these table legs from a company called, I don't know, I'll leave it here on the screen maybe, but regardless, these table legs are really cool, but pretty expensive per leg, I suppose. So the idea is that you have any tabletop, wood, marble, whatever, and you can turn it into a table by attaching these adjustable legs. And so they run like $75 per leg or something like that. So I kind of just been stalking them and not, you know, not preparing myself to take the plunge until I came across very similar table legs on Amazon. Not only are these table legs the same style as the ones that I was stalking, but they came in a set of 4 for a flat rate of $30 something for all 4, mind you. And it also came in a different finish. So one of the finishes that was an option was unfinished, which was intriguing to me. So I picked that one and it arrived and I'm really impressed. The quality seems there, and yeah, let me just show you. So I have this tabletop and it's marble and it's amazing, beautiful, beautiful. I got it off Facebook Marketplace over the summer, and I want to turn it into a coffee table. So these legs are like metal steel legs with this like adjustable screw so that you can adjust it to the width of whatever tabletop you have, and they just kind of fix on there. And yeah, isn't that like really cool? I got it in the unfinished colorway, which I guess is essentially just not dipped in any type of lacquer like a paint. It's just like the regular steel with all the imperfections, and it's sealed with like just a clear top coat, which I wasn't expecting, but I do appreciate. So each leg is going to be, oh my god, unique. So I was really like doubting Amazon or just this listing, because I'm like, there's no way I get all 4 legs for only $34. And I did. The table I already have in here, my old trusty, I've had this for goodness 4 years now, and it's much taller than what this is going to be. So this seems low. So we'll see. I'm gonna need some help from my husband to put this piece of marble or bring it upstairs and, you know, fix it to these adjustable legs. But here you have it. Can you hear me okay? I showed earlier in another clip probably these table legs. So these are some pretty cool legs that I found on Amazon. I originally saw them on Pinterest. Yeah, we're gonna attach these to this piece of marble that I picked up over the summer, actually, when I was redoing my courtyard into like a nice little oasis. But now that we're in the winter and we're not using that piece of marble outside, I want to bring it inside and actually continue to get some use out of it. So let me just show you the piece of marble. Hopefully you can see, because it's really gloomy today. Maybe I should turn on some light. I have a couple of lamps on, but okay, I'm trying to decide how I want these legs to go. I'm not sure if I want them like 3 legs off center, but still like holding equal amounts of weight of the piece of marble, or if I want 2 legs on either end, because 4 legs is like, that's basic, right? We'll see. Okay, this is the table in place. So it's on the 3 legs. But despite how cool this looks, I'm thinking I might want to just put the 4 legs. I just feel really nervous with this like this. I really like how the 3 legs look. It's just making me really nervous. But yeah, so I'm gonna do one here, one here, one there, and one there. All 4 legs. But let's take just one last look at the 3 legs because it's really cool.
Push it. Alright, you got it. You don't need to snap, I'll just snap. One more.
That's what?